Today we're checking out the Mod Factory Mark II from Mooer. This has 11 different types of modulation. Let's see how it sounds in the mix. G'day folks, my name's Shane. Today we're checking out the Mod Factory Mark II from Mooer. Let's check it out up close. Here's the pedal up close. As you can see, we have 11 different types of effects, which we're going to test all of them out on the actual video. And the cool thing is you just use this to select the one that you want. Now we have 3 other controls: speed, depth, and control. Now control changes depending on what type of effect you're using. For example, if you're on chorus, which is the first one, it becomes a tone control. If you're on something like flanger, it becomes the feedback control. And if you're on something like the bitrate one, which is the one right at the end, it also changes sort of like the frequency of the effect slightly. So we'll get into that in the actual video. In the center of the pedal we have a series/parallel mode. When it's in the red mode, we're in parallel, and blue is series. So it's easy to remember. Just look at the colors on the front. Corresponds basically to the color of the actual button. Although the text is black, just think of that as blue. Now, for those who don't know what series and parallel is, basically it toggles between the serial and parallel internal signal chain routing. So in short, it basically allows you to get 2 different types of sounds per each of the effect. It's pretty cool. Now, to spice things up a little bit more, this particular foot switch has 3 different modes, on and off, as per always. Now, if you hold it in, it will actually go to accelerator mode or acceleration mode, where it will speed up whatever effect you're on. I think that's pretty cool. The pedal also features tap tempo mode, so if you double press the foot switch, it will enter that mode, and then you can tap tempo it, and odds are you're going to see this light, unless the refresh rate on the camera doesn't capture it properly, but you'll see that the light will actually go to the tap tempo speed, so that's pretty sweet. A huge thanks to Mooer for sending this out. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about this pedal, all links will be on screen and in the description below. I'll also post an Amazon affiliate link down there as well if you want to buy from Amazon in the US. Let's get into it. Let's kick this off. Today I'm playing my Fender Telecaster. This is a 52 reissue loaded with a set of Joe Barton Danny Gatton pickups. I'm going into my Fender Blues Deluxe reissue amp on the clean channel. So being that this particular pedal has so many effects, what I'm going to do is set up how I like it on each of them and click between series, blue mode, and parallel red mode on each of the effects. So this is the clean tone with the pedal currently off. Chorus. Nice. As you can hear, there's quite a bit of difference between the blue and the red mode. The red mode is a whole lot more subtle, at least on this particular chorus. Cool. Over to flanger, let's give this a go. Over to tremolo now, let's take a listen. Yeah. Nice. Over to phaser, let's get some funky stuff going on. Yeah. Sounds pretty cool. Over to vibratone, this is a really great effect for comping behind another guitarist. So if you're playing blues, for example, someone's chugging away, you can kind of use this as an organ-ish kind of sound. I love this sound. In the context of a mix, it works really well. Nice. Over to Rotary, so this is kind of emulating a Leslie speaker spinning, which is kind of similar to the last effect, but it does sound very different. Let's have a listen. Sounds cool, man. This next one's called Liquid. If you like watching me struggle with effects I'm not overly familiar with, this next one is the one. So let's take a listen. It's really weird. It's definitely got that bubble sound going on. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, I've never heard that before. That's kind of interesting. This next one's the auto wah. Let's take a listen. All right. Over to one called Stut. This is a really unique sort of sound as well. It's kind of reminiscent of tremolo, but it has a little bit of that bubble effect going on as well. Let's try it on red mode. Alright, up next we have an effect that I no doubt won't be able to get a good sound out of. This is the ring modulator effect. When Mooer contacted me, I said, no ring modulators, and they said, sure. But this actually has a ring modulator built in. Anyway, let's go ahead and check this out. What can I play with this? Let's have a listen. I don't understand ring modulation. Yep, sounded like I thought it would. Alright, next. This next one's great if you want to embrace the Atari 2600 or something like the NES. Let's take a listen. One of the cool things about this pedal is the ramp effect, which is kind of like the acceleration of the effect. Let's take a listen. So this is the tempo. Kind of feel the flow of that. Let's have a listen. And then when you let go, it slows back down. And I've also added some dirty tones for this particular part of the video. One of the other really cool modes on this pedal is tap tempo mode. Let's take a listen. So it's pulsing pretty quickly. So double tap. And this will drastically slow it down. Now to get back into tap tempo mode, you actually have to double tap again. Then you can tap tempo quicker. Cool. Thanks again for watching, folks. My name's Shane. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. In terms of functionality and usability, there's a whole lot to like about this pedal. I really like the ramp function. Hold down the button and it will speed up the effect. That's really, really cool. They call it accelerator mode, but it's kind of like a ramp, basically, just in terms of speed. I really like that. The fact you can tap tempo it is also really cool. There's a few effects personally I would never use on this, including the low bit, the ring modulator, and maybe a couple of others. But in terms of the auto wah, I really like that. The chorus, flanger, tremolo, phaser, they're all really, really usable. And depending on what kind of music you're playing, I'm sure there'll be something in here for most folks. So a huge thanks to Mooer for sending this out. All the links will be on screen and in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Catch you soon. See ya.